Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, I'm tired. I barely know what day of the week it is, but I'm very excited to bring you yet another jam-packed show today. As many of you know, I was in Germany yet again this weekend with the fine folks of Volvo Construction Equipment. Got to see and meet some awesome people, got to see some incredible motor racing, and probably best of all, I got to drive an electric wheel loader on the track at the Nürburgring. Be more about that in the future. I now have two claims to fame, apparently. I was probably the last person to kick a ball on the pitch at the West Ham's former home, the Bowling Ground, down in Upton Park. And I've now driven an electric wheel loader at the Nürburgring. How many people can say that? We will be heading to the Nürburgring a bit later in the show to highlight just one of the many innovations that Volvo is bringing to the field of motorsports. Incidentally, on the subject of all things electric, my latest weekly column is my thoughts on how governments and environmentalists have been focused a little too much on the net zero future. So much so that they've given insufficient thought on how we might actually get there. The column is called Destination Over Journey, which kind of speaks for itself, and you can read it using the link that I'm about to post in the chat. Failing that, you can read it over at demolitionnews.com this morning. Finally, for now at least, I am aware, obviously, of the fact that a construction worker was killed at the weekend, at the Hinkley Point C power station site. As far as I can tell, details of the incident are still somewhat vague, so we will come back to that once we have a bit more detail on the accident. But our thoughts obviously are with his friends, family, and his colleagues as well. Now, without further ado, let me roll the intro, post the question of the day, and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Monday, the 14th of November, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, there's a big bang in Kentucky. Volvo charges ahead in the field of electric equipment and electric motorsport. We're checking out the flexibility of steel wrists. We're back at Belmer once again for another look at the Kinshofer stand, and we're going to take a closer look at the very new high-reach demolition excavator from XCMG. Plus, if that weren't already enough, how a team of construction professionals have put mental health issues on ice. That'll make a whole lot more sense when we get to it. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to former monarch William of Orange and to our incumbent monarch Charles III. And also to painter Claude Monet. Happy birthday also to the former head of the UN, a man so good they named him twice, Boutros Ghali, to Hollywood actress Veronica Lake, to the 8th Doctor Who actor Paul McGann, and to Blink 182 drummer Travis Barker. Many happy returns to them, one and all. Let's get this show and this week off to an explosive start, because we always like to start with a big bang. And frankly, big bangs don't come much bigger than this. congratulations to the team at Dicon for another fantastic job. Extremely well done. So it turns out we've created a monster. With myself and my son Fred filming and photographing pretty much anything that moved during Bauma 2022, we've come back with enough content to last us well into the new year and possibly beyond. While that's good, it doesn't mean that there's an awful lot of material that's still to be edited, including a really good interview with a member of the Steel Wrist team. However, while we're waiting for that, let's take a very quick look at the Steel Wrist stand. Yeah, we'll be bringing you the full interview, well, in the fullness of time. We've also got a very good interview with one of the Bobcat team as well. That's be coming very, very soon as well. And we're going to be back to Bauma right after this.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Okay, don't forget your toothbrush and your passport because we're heading back to Germany, not for the last time today, for some more Messer Munchen memories. We have already featured the Kinshofer stand during this segment of the show. You might recall that we had an interview with the two operators that made the stand such a great attraction. Well, now we have a closer look at some of the actual products in action. So this is Kinshofer Revisited. That one really does have Fred's stamp all over it, doesn't it? Okay, so here is how sports sponsorship normally works. A company, an equipment manufacturer, for example, hands over a big bag of cash to have their company name and logo printed on a shirt, a venue, or a vehicle, in the vain hope that a member of the viewing public will see that logo, pick up the phone, and order whatever it is that they're selling. That is not the Volvo way. When Volvo Construction Equipment threw its weight behind the World Rallycross Championships, it formed a team to take part. It worked with its partners to develop super light and super strong components for its car. It advised the motorsport on how to design and maintain its tracks for maximum speed and maximum audience excitement. And as if that weren't enough, it then devised a means to recover stricken electric race cars. Take a look at this.
Yeah, we thought if we should use this as a strong platform to educate our industry about what you can do with electric. We said it's important that we also have something to show on the platform that we're in. So we actually created an independent dealer team, which we call the construction equipment dealer team, with some of our partners and our dealers. Then we also stepped in to basically look at everything around the track, to make that a new construction equipment segment, you can say. So how to recover cars and how to maintain tracks and how to build tracks. I think this is where a true partnership really resonates well between us, because they want to do these changes, but they don't have the expertise on how to do it. So we come in, we help them, how do we do this in the most efficient way and in the fastest and most environmental friendly way with our products and services. And then also we looked at how to recover cars. They didn't have a great idea on what machines is the best and what is the best way to do it. And then we sort of found a unique solution that cuts their time in half on recovering a car. So, I mean, both of us add value to the table, and we bring both the sport and our industry forward. So with the electric cars, if they get damaged, you might have high voltage in the chassis and in the actual body of the car. Then you're not allowed to touch the car. So then we came up with a new solution together with Encon and their tilt rotator, and a patented solution to recover the car without even touching it. And that's basically the unique solution with this EWR 170 that you can see on the track. It's the wood plates on the actual plate. So no electricity can be taken from the chassis of the car to the actual machine, which makes it basically a perfect solution. We think that partnership is the new leadership. So we also work with the SSAB when it comes to our products, put it fossil-free steel on our products. We also use SSAB to help create the best possible race cars. I think they have up to 20 unique parts of SSAB parts in the car. And we also use with CETEC and other partners to make this whole family, this partnership come together, and it's shown that it goes faster and we can develop things faster in the right direction.
Yeah, first of all, I need to say a big thank you to Peter Haddock at Content with Media for the loan of some of that action footage of the excavator lifting the car. Now, before I say what I'm about to say, I think I probably need a very quick disclaimer. Volvo very kindly paid for me to visit the Nürburgring circuit this weekend, but they're not paying me as such, although I'm open to offers if they'd like to. Okay, with that disclaimer out of the way, let me say what I want to say. I honestly don't recall a time in which a construction equipment manufacturer has gone quite so all in on a project. They could have just put up some money, but instead, in just one season, Volvo Construction Equipment has established itself as an actual driving force, if you'll pardon the pun. They are competing head-to-head with well-established teams, and they're simultaneously helping to redefine the entire sport with new ideas on how tracks might be improved, possibly with the addition of jumps for added excitement. And that's not all. All the Volvo team that I saw at the Nürburgring this weekend were wearing jackets featuring a slogan across the back. That slogan is "Change starts here," and it's kind of a demonstration of Volvo's commitment to making themselves, their customers, and motorsport more sustainable. Now, we filmed a couple more interviews with key Volvo team members on this very subject, and we'll be bringing those to you very, very soon. But in the meantime, I just want to say a massive thank you to the entire Volvo Construction Equipment team for all their help and hospitality this weekend. I went to the Nürburgring as a motorsport novice. I left having driven an electric wheel loader on the world-famous Nürburgring. How many people can say that, I wonder? Right. We'll be bringing you more on that at some point in the very near future, quite possibly on Wednesday. And I'll tell you why Wednesday in just a second. But first, this.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
Now, if you were here last week, you might recall that we brought you a film of some of the hottest new high-reach excavators on display at Bauma 2022. Well, we missed one, and we missed one kind of deliberately. The high-reach on display on the XCMG stand could really only be filmed from one angle, and it really didn't show the machine in all its glory. Thankfully, XCMG have very kindly shared a film of the machine to give you more of the details. Yeah, I have to say, having seen that machine up close, it really does look very well built. I actually got some time in the cab. Wasn't moving, admittedly, but it got in the cab. Very smart machine. I wonder who will be the first to take the plunge and bring one of those to Europe. We shall see. Now, I hate to end on a serious note, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. As the industry continues to find new ways to combat the mental health crisis that has seemingly gripped the entire sector, a team of brave souls have come together to chill, literally.
We only have one body, one mind, and one chance at life.
We're here today to get in the ice, to get out of our heads and into our bodies, to help reconnect to ourselves and to show that we can do this every single morning in the shower to help improve our mental health significantly.
So what we did before everyone went into the ice was I led a breath work. So we did a little grounding, a little bit of a meditation beforehand, just to try and get people out of their minds into their bodies. Focusing on the inhale, trying to get as much oxygen in as possible for about 30 breaths. Then we do an exhalation and then a hold, and we try and extend it with each round.
Danny here, Managing Director of PhD, just exploring the advantages of the cold for mental health. Absolute priority, so mental health should be key for everyone. And yeah, if we all take a little bit of time to do it, then we should all improve our mental health. Really worked, yeah. I mean, I'm absolutely freezing, but managed to do nearly 6 minutes, so I feel great for it now, actually.
A big part of getting in the ice is facing difficulty, facing adversity, and if we can face a little bit of that in the shower every morning, then the troubles of the day just seem that little bit easier.
Hi, Tara here. We're here at Power Day today. We were doing the Enter the Ice challenge in the ice skip. We all managed to do better than we thought. I think the maximum was 7 minutes. It was good. The first minute was definitely tough, but after that you kind of just get like numb and then you just can't feel it really. And then when I got out, I actually felt really hot. It was like burning on my skin.
It's also about pattern disrupting as well, something that the breathwork's very good at, and also the ice is many of our dis-eases or many of our emotional issues that we go through are just repeating behaviour and patterns that we get stuck in. So the ice, the breathwork is a really good pattern interrupt, something to break things up and to give us an opportunity to expand, grow and change.
In our industry is realising that we're not understanding or being educated in these ways, and hopefully with these guys and the people behind us today that we can just start taking little snippets of this and realising that we can all make this industry a better place by 6 minutes of uncomfortableness. Anything to a meditation or yoga, any of these ways of just helping your breathing in a better way will help your mental health a lot. Ticking boxes doesn't create change, actions do. We are in a crisis and statistics are only getting worse. We need to be proactive. We need to show the workforce that we can do more to support them.
Interesting film. As Nick Drew has just said, the Finns swear by ice baths for good health. They certainly do. I've been to Finland on a number of occasions and ended up in frozen lakes and rolling in the snow post sauna and what have you. Also good to see Steve Kerslake, a recent guest on the show, taking part in that challenge. If you missed the interview with Steve and our discussion on using sport to combat mental health issues, you can check that out using the link that I've just posted in the chat. Now it is time for this woman.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. There will be no show tomorrow. Just a very quick heads up, as I'm speaking at an event in London. In actual fact, I'm acting tomorrow as Neil Edwards' stunt double. Neil can't be at an event that he was supposed to be speaking at, and so I've stepped into the breach. I've been pushed into the breach. That's the absolute truth of the matter. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll be at Futurescape at the Excel Centre in London. If anybody is at the Excel Centre tomorrow, I look forward to seeing you there. I won't be dressed like this. I'm going to go a little bit more formal than that, but that's why I won't be here tomorrow. But we will be back again on Wednesday with more from Balma, more from my recent trip this weekend to the Nürburgring, and just more in general. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day. Have a great Tuesday as well, and thanks for watching. But if you do have the time and the inclination, I'll see you on the other side of this.